Mazel tov. Hello, cruel world, and welcome back to another daringly driving drones downhill, wondering what it's like to wait inside while weenies whine about wild willows whipping around in the wind, while contemplating complicated kayaking constipation and contracting venomous injections from a copperhead, all while Uncle Gary gets gassy from eating growing wildly, slightly glowing grapefruit episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
That was aggressive. That was a lot. That was a long one today.
Pretty outdoorsy. A lot of same letter words in a row.
Yeah. I always trip myself up. It happens often where I'm like, yeah, dude, this reads really well. And then it's like showtime.
God bless you.
Thank you. And then showtime comes and I'm like, I got fucking Parkinson's all of a sudden.
Right. It sounds really good in your head and then you piece it all together out loud. And
yeah. Yesterday I was watching sea turtles do it.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like normal turtles doing it or is it a lot faster?
It's nothing quick about it. It's slow.
Just a lot of motion of the ocean.
Yeah. It's not the size of the turtle. It's the motion of the ocean.
Right.
I don't really have more following up on that. Also, following that on YouTube after watching sea turtles do it, and this is all in my Snapchat story, by the way. Did you know, just when you thought you had seen it all, mountain unicycling, that's a fucking thing.
Really?
Yeah, bro. And it's aggressive.
Is that like trail bike riding, but on unicycles?
But on a damn unicycle.
They got shocks?
No.
Ouch.
Dude, I fucking watch these dudes just spill the beans, bro, like for fucking an hour straight.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a whole community, dude. It's like guys that got like kicked out of the circus or something for drug use, and now they're just out there like living in the woods on unicycles. It's a trip. So sea turtles doing it, and mountain unicycling, I guess. That's all I've really been up to. Yeah. So what about you, dude?
Not much. A lot of family in town. A lot of overtime this week.
I feel like that's a constant happening with you.
Yeah, man. You know, just
your family is always at your
whenever
house.
I can. You know, it's important.
Thomas, hit him with that intro.
Joining us this week in the Days Grimm shoebox, Mike Hoppel with West Mile Media.
Damn, dude, I thought you were... What's up, Mike? How are you, dude?
What's going on?
Back again. Guess who's back? What's up, man?
Not much.
I wore my white trash uniform for you today.
Mike is back. Mike is back,
dude.
So you said something that brought back a really funny memory for me because I was reading this book. It's like Mud, Sticks, and Rocks. I'm probably gonna get that wrong, but anyways, it's about a chick that set the FKT.
What's the FKT?
The fastest known time. On the Pacific Crest Trail, and then like also on the AT. But she had an event while she was out on trail, and I think it was on the PCT, where a dude like came screaming downhill on a unicycle, and like she had to like bail off trail because this dude was out there on a unicycle. So that is absolutely a real thing,
bro. It's so bonkers to me that like first off, dude, we get it. You can ride a unicycle. You know what I'm saying? Like right. It's a difficult task. On a road, like, okay, we get it. Okay, on a mountain, bro, like who are you trying to one up? Like you only look more ridiculous on a mountainside on a unicycle. Like it's already abstract enough.
What are you, a damn goat?
Yeah, dude. Are you a traveling circus roadshow? Who are you, dude? Get out of here.
Do you think they like juggle?
I wish they would, dude. They eat so much shit, though.
How do you stop?
They have
the laws of physics don't really work,
right? Like if it's hard to explain, but like basically, because they have a way to stop. But basically, once you stop pedaling on a unicycle, the wheel stops turning. There's no coasting. So like that's kind of a break in and
like
of
a
itself.
Go-kart?
Huh?
Kind of like a go-kart.
Yeah, but they also have hydraulic brakes, which I found out. Or maybe this is only on the mountain ones, I guess. The mountain unicycles. I don't know,
like an
dude.
e-brake and a
The
chair next to
all-terrain
you or some
unicycle.
shit?
Like, no, but it's like they got like this. So there's the seat. You sit on it. You get up under or up over the bike, and you're like floating.
It's got
And then
like a lever,
If you could imagine like a baby penis
like a handle there.
coming out of the crotch of the bike.
Yeah.
And then there's like a weird little handle for you to hold on to. And then under that handle, there's a lever. And that little lever, if you will, is a hydraulic brake, which I had no idea.
So you just actually got back from the Smoky Mountains. How was that?
Yeah, it was all right. We took a little springtime break from the madness.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
dude. You have to take the time.
Did you guys get a cabin?
Yeah, we did.
She's like, no, we just stayed out in the woods.
You know me, I would have totally done that, but yeah.
We just parked the car in the woods.
Yeah, with some hammocks.
The fam doesn't really get down on the roughing it so much. No.
Really?
No, the older kids, they're starting to, they got some interest in it or whatever. And, they've seen like the YouTube videos and stuff. So I think that, they're coming around, but
Yeah, the kids and other family members are good for about like 24 hours, I feel like. And then after about 24 hours, they're like, all right, like we had our night. Time to.
And if they're not tired of it after 24 hours, trust me, you are. Somebody's getting exhausted after 24 hours.
yeah, my oldest son, he's like, he can't really survive more than a 12-hour period without some type of like digital device.
Electronic vibration.
Yeah, so he's got some questions. He's like, well, what do you do?
Can I bring a solar panel down?
Yeah. What if a bear tries to eat us? And I'm like, it's cool.
Throw your phone
There's
at
not
it.
really any bears in southern Indiana.
Hey,
But
Dad, what do I do when my iPad dies?
What did you fly your new drone out there at all?
no, I didn't take it to Tennessee.
For all the drone experts out there, which I'm the farthest thing fucking from it, just out of curiosity, somebody might be watching or listening, and they want to know maybe what kind of drone did you get? Out of curiosity, is there like a brand or something?
All of mine are DJIs, but the one I'm flying right now is actually the Air 2. So.
Yeah, the Air 2S.
Is it an upgrade from what you had previously?
Oh yeah.
Quite a bit faster, or like what specs did you gain from that?
Really,
upgrade?
the big thing was when you go up into the bigger Mavic drones, you get a lot larger pixel image. So like,
okay.
He also has 3 times zoom now.
Oh, that's sick, and it's still pretty clear even when.
It's 48 megapixel. So like your phone's like, I think your phone's
12.
like 12. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big image.
That's pretty dope. But okay, so I don't want to get too balls deep on what you've been up to. But for those of you guys that are listening for the first time, give them a quick summation of like what it is that you're running. You know what I mean? Like just like if you were to sum up what we're
Smile Media.
Yeah, like sum that up for the listener or the viewer real quick.
So basically, I've been in business for about 4 years now. Started out in digital photography, and I've kind of grown into video now. And well, I mean, really, it's kind of grown into a full service media business at this point because I'm doing website design, social media management, content creation, photography, video. I mean, I've done it all this year.
Broad spectrum.
Yeah. So, and then a guy that works with me a lot, a partner of mine, we just put out December 10th, A Storm Story, which is like the first like short film we've really tried to make.
Of the tornado that you wished upon Kentucky.
Dude, fuck. I still feel so bad about that Kentucky. So just a heads up, man. Well, it does sound like you're doing a broad band of things, man, and that's outside. We're going to touch on a lot of them, but not before
we touch on this gravestone.
We touch on this here Death of the Week. Brought to you by Corn Dog Development, super dope coasters, promo code.
The Days Grimm. It's just promo code Days Grimm.
Promo code Days Grimm
for 10%. And if you don't buy one, I don't know what happens. We're done making threats.
No empty threats today. This week's Death of the Week, guys. Dude by the name of or I don't know. It's one of the two. He's got 2 S's on there. It's awfully confusing. So I'm going to run you through a little bit of his pre-story, and then we'll get to the death. After graduating from Emory University in Georgia in 1990, I'm just going to say, traveled across North America and eventually hitchhiked to Alaska in the early spring or late spring, early summer of 1992. There he entered the Alaskan bush with minimal supplies, hoping to live simply off the land. On the eastern bank of the Susquehanna River, he found an abandoned bus, Fairbanks Bus 142, which he used as a makeshift shelter until his death. Here we go, guys. This is where it gets a little dark. So heads up. Okay. Final written journal. So he kept a journal this whole time. His final written journal entry, noted as Day 107, simply read, "Beautiful blueberries." Days 1 through 8, or days 108 through 112 contained no words and were marked only with slashes. On day 113, there was no entry. The exact date and time of his death are unknown. Near the time of death, took a picture of himself holding a written note which said, "I have had a happy life and thank the Lord. Goodbye and may God bless all." On September 6, 1992, a group of hunters who were looking for shelter for the night came upon a converted bus where had been staying. Upon entering, they smelled what they thought was rotting food and discovered a lump, quote, a lump, in a sleeping bag in the back of the converted bus. The hunters radioed police, who arrived the following day. They found decomposing remains in the sleeping bag. It is theorized that he died from starvation approximately 2 weeks before his body was found.
Interesting. I figured he was going to freeze to death going to the bush, the Great Alaskan Bush.
Well, it sounded like he had gear.
I feel like the Alaskan bush is like the only bush that dudes talk about and are excited.
I don't know why. Yeah, like dudes get a stiffy for Alaska.
Alaska's bush, not just Alaska.
Did you know there's like a movie about this dude?
Was it No Holds Barred? No, The Forsaken. What's it called? They said it in the article.
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild. Yeah. They made that. It was noted in here somewhere.
So really, he was just like a college kid that had rich parents, and like he had mommy daddy issues, and so that's why like he refused to like take their money and work a normal job. So like he's basically the first line of like hipster millennials to be anti-establishment, which basically earned him a swift death.
Yeah, dude. I like where his head was at.
Yeah, he made it like a third of a year.
That's not real outstanding, dude.
That's better than most, though. You think about it, like if society collapsed right now, how many people would make it 100 days?
Oh, man.
I would survive a while. Just sheer will keep me alive. Like,
yeah, but you're on the cusp, though. You're on the cusp, man. You don't.
What do you mean?
You don't own like a lot of skinny jeans, and
that's true. That's
true.
I
mean, like it.
I don't have any high ankle designer boots.
Like I'll tell you from years of backpacking.
I don't have a yo-yo collection.
Yeah.
I don't have a Golden Girls tattoo.
You're not playing Magic the Gathering online.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. So
dude, I don't ride a unicycle.
Yeah, you're not unicycle, mountain biking, whatever that is.
I don't have a monocle.
Yeah.
We can just keep going, dude.
Yeah. You don't have suit pants that miss your ankles by 4 inches. Like, so you're probably all right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be okay.
Yeah.
That guy though, yeah. That's a rough way. I think that's a rough way to go. But the note at the end, that was kind of stark, don't you think? Where you come to realization because
I mean, there's no where he was, like where he was physically at.
Even if he wanted to leave, I don't know that.
No, it's not happening.
Was that the cops took 24 hours to get there?
Yeah, like you're not getting out of there.
Yeah, I think.
This is 1992, so dude. There's no like, there's no communication.
Yeah, dude, there were a lot of like
pagers.
Yeah, dinosaur blankets and like high waisted faded jeans.
What do you pay? Like, what do you page from?
I don't know.
Yo, bro, I just got a 911 from Chris. I don't know what's up.
He said he was calling from a bus.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got bus stations up in Alaska.
You imagine how big the phone was that Hunter had to pull out.
Can we?
That's why he needed the bus.
Dude, right. Look at the picture of him, though. I swear to God, this is like every This is
every Alaskan bush person.
No, that's every millennial today.
Yeah.
That's literally...
He set the fashion standards without knowing it.
College campuses have thousands of this guy roaming around.
Patch jeans and everything.
Yeah, dude, what's this? Some soggy bottom shoes?
It's probably covering up his Bush draft beer collection. What are the craft beer?
Dude, yeah. No, dude, they're into all that weird shit now. They're drinking like all the old man beer. They're like bringing them back. They're like, oh yeah, I only drink Stroh's. What? I only drink Pabst Blue Ribbon or whatever.
As a kid, I work with a kid's like 22 and he's got a PBR hat. And I'm like, how do you even know what that is?
You can't spell PBR,
Yeah,
bro.
man,
You're
come on.
fucking, you're like 8 years
Dude,
old.
you were in Woodstock?
Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't know, man. What do you think about like all this retro stuff making a comeback though? Because it really is. It's not like the hipsters started it, but it's
especially
like it's
like,
more mainstream now.
Especially with like a video and photography background, you know, that's style
coming
or
back.
feel, you know, it is coming back.
Does
I feel like.
it ever irritate you like how, because it's still happening right now, and I'm not I don't want to like talk trash about it because I respect everybody's
Sexual
ability.
orientation.
Yeah, no, to be creative, you know, but yeah, their sexual orientation.
Also that as well.
But like it's a big thing now to be like a photographer and like show off your film work. Like that's a thing. Like
Every photographer
Can you
right
ex-
now is
can you
buying
expand
a film
on this?
camera.
like 35 millimeter, like
Oh, okay.
actual
Yeah,
film.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I took these on film, bro.
Oh, sick,
Bro,
dude.
I took these on film. And like for me, and I think I'm showing my age because I run into a lot of people that have never shot on film. So it's like bougie to them. Like, oh man, I got this vintage film camera. And I'm going to be 40 next year. And so I look at it and I'm like, dude, that's like legit the camera my grandmother had. I learned on that.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
like that's not bougie. Like you can pick that up at the Goodwill tomorrow.
They just think it's bougie because you can't take a selfie with it. They're like, it's so expensive that you can't take a selfie with it. Bougie.
And if you went to,
like,
if
no,
you were
it's-
like classically trained at any point in time, like that's where they start you.
Really?
Even today, yeah.
Like in college,
Yeah, like
or
in school,
an
if you
apprenticeship.
take a film class in school, then normally make you get a film camera.
Yeah, to get a photography degree, you have to start on a film camera. Still.
Really, that's intriguing. Are you familiar with? I'm spacing out. The last gentleman that we had a conversation with about film, the drummer. Why am I spacing out?
Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan. Yeah.
that's-
I'm spacey, dude.
That's my homie from way back.
Yeah, dude. He came on. Did you happen to see that episode?
did.
Oh, dude, he crushed it.
Yeah.
He is a monster.
Alex is kind of like me. Like he's old enough where,
Don't expose his age.
yeah,
How dare
I
you.
won't. But I will say he's older than me.
Ah.
But he, he's the same age, or he's in my age group of people that were like, that's no big deal to us because that's what we had to do.
That's the way he explained it too.
Well, I took photography in high school, and like we had a dark room. Like you had to expose your own photos.
so fucking gnarly.
Like it, but I mean that was a norm back then. My mom had a film camera. Like we didn't have digital photography till well into the 2000s.
You think using film helps you in Lightroom or Photoshop with the fact of like light and burn, dodge?
No, I mean I'm not gonna go into that, but the whole point of it is like you can't preview a film shot. You can't
Right.
preview it. So like if you don't understand the exposure triangle, like shutter speed, aperture, all that. If you don't understand how to get the
fucked.
shot, you're just gonna develop a bunch of trash. So that's the whole point of it. It's to make your mind. That's the reason they start you out on film. So it's to make your mind understand, like where you need to be at numbers wise to get
get
the
that
result
shot.
that you want.
So we were talking earlier about you had made a comment about the Scarlett that we're using the interface. So like for me, like doing audio stuff and editing all this stuff, I use like a DAW, like a digital audio workspace. I don't know if you're familiar, but so what is that for like a photographer? Like what's your digital audio workspace? Like where does all this
Photoshop.
editing happen? Photoshop?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And that's the primary software that you use?
Yeah, probably for me, I bounce back and forth between Lightroom and Photoshop, but I'm probably more in Photoshop.
Really? And those are the two big ones, I guess, because that's what you just said.
That's it.
They're by the same company too. A lot of
Yeah.
people use them hand in hand.
Is it
Some people
Adobe?
start,
Yeah, it's all Adobe.
Some people start in Lightroom, pull it into Photoshop. Some people start in Photoshop, pull it back into Lightroom. Some people only use Lightroom. Some people only use Photoshop.
Lightroom's kind of like a hack. So like
how so?
So it was developed as a batch processing software where you could pull up multiple images. You know, for wedding photographers, people like that have to process thousands of images sometimes.
And you can just lay over a specific look.
You can actually batch process in there, but the problem is through its development now, like you can buy presets from like, you know, say you get like Peter McKinnon or somebody like that.
Or even I have presets and Mike have presets, and we send them sometimes back and forth. Like
you can make them too.
If we go to a shoot together or whatever, and I'm like,
sick.
hey, like, you know, say we shot this wedding together. I'm like, hey man, like when I was editing, you know, this is the preset I made that my baseline for all these photos. And then so like if we're working on the same album, we can apply it to get the same baseline fill and then tweak it off there.
So it's kind of like everybody like on TikTok now.
The filter.
Like, yeah, you can, so like you can basically go out and spend $5,000 or $6,000 and, you know, get a brand new mirrorless camera and a couple lenses and stuff and go start. I mean, if you get some basic understanding of the camera, you can go snap a bunch of pictures and you don't have to know how to edit. You just got to know how to buy like your favorite dude's preset and slap it on there, and then bam, you're a photographer now.
Are these presets expensive?
Nah, not pretend.
Like,
it depends on who you get them from. Yeah.
Okay. What if I was going to buy one from you? What if somebody contacted you and they're like, "Hey, I love your shit. I'm getting into photography."
Most people give you like 10 presets for what, $40-$50.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
And they're different styles too.
What do you think about that Apple, by the way? Is that the first time having it?
Yeah, I'm busting the
It's good.
the Apple cherry, I guess.
Yeah, it's good.
Is that a double negative?
It's a sexual innuendo, I think. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Busting cherries.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
It goes really well with a bush light.
So I was going to say, last time we had you on the show, you were pushing the outdoor dad at the time.
Yeah.
Rest
And-
in peace is what
Well,
we're being
it's not
told.
necessarily rest in peace. It's just kind of in limbo out there floating or whatever. But what made you slow up on that and just start pushing your own, you know, just you and your creative process?
So as my business grows and like it's like anything else, it's kind of a snowball. And as more people hire me to do different things, I've kind of just wanted to be like kind of free flowing with what I do with film. And the only reason I do film for myself is I'm either trying to learn something or I'm trying to stay relevant with, you know, my skill set. And so that's the reason I started a dedicated channel, you know, with just under my name for everything that I'm doing with digital media. And what happened was, so my last trip out on the AT back in October,
Right.
My second leg this last 2 years, I went out and I took everything and I was like, oh, I'm going to make the sickest video ever, you know? And like, because, you know, my skills were really getting pretty good at that point as far as video. And so I got there and I got everything set up and I was all pumped for this trip because it was going to be a great trip. And then just all of a sudden I was like, I don't think I want to film this.
Right. I just want to be in the moment.
Because it's like backpacking and mountain biking for me, that's my only downtime time. That's it. So like when I'm out there like backpacking and that's like,
you'd have to bring me along to film everything for them just so you can enjoy the
But
experience.
would even that still maybe taint the experience a little bit?
yeah, because when you're like, as I've gotten, you know, to be more of a long distance backpacker, you know, I'm going out for, you know, 80, 100 miles at a time now.
And that's a lot.
Yeah. And I found out that like all of a sudden, like all the equipment and the camera and like having this pressure to capture everything all the time, because I was trying to because my aspirations with that outdoor dad were never to be like a YouTuber or to be well known because of that channel. I was doing it just to do it. So that's the reason I kind of stopped. I was like, man, I'm here for me. I don't really care if anybody sees me or not.
You kind of touched on that a little bit too when we first started when we first sat down in here today before we started shooting. But like, yeah, you kind of had mentioned like, yeah, I was really just doing outdoor dad to like hone my skills, you know, to like learn and use that as a platform to kind of like, here's how to capture lights and angles or whatever. So what do you think your biggest takeaway, I think, from Outdoor Dad was strictly in the discipline of videography or even photography?
Well, I'd say the two biggest things that I took away from that,
out of that like learning experience,
man, is the two things I took out of that are people on YouTube, like the platform YouTube, you know, if you use it properly, is a pretty great place. Because I met and am still in contact with a ton of people that either like watched a tutorial that I made or, you know,
Really?
yeah. So,
And these are complete strangers.
yeah. And as a vehicle, that was kind of cool because it was like, man, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to start.
Yeah.
And I grew up, my dad was a huge backpacker.
Oh yeah, and we talked about that the first time you came
so
on.
I
You kind of grew up in that.
Yeah, this is all stuff. It's not new to me. So it was really cool to have people be like, oh man, that's really cool that you know how to do that. Or, you know, or would write back and forth with me, you know, in the comment sections about like, oh, what do you think about this? Or and get my opinion on stuff. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty cool to see, like, I guess the good side of social media, like,
which is a rare happenstance.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a rare happenstance. Social media is a lot like Xbox Live. There's a lot of name calling and negativity. Yeah.
And it was cool because I don't think, like, I've got, you know, I was telling you, I've got, I don't know, close to 500 subscribers on that channel. And I never pushed it really hard. And I never really, honestly, did not stay that consistent with it. But I've got a couple videos that are up close to 10,000 views. And I never one time really, like, received a negative comment on there ever.
And
what was your actual? So you did tell I think you started to answer, and I don't know if I caught your answer. So what was some of your learning? What was the one big thing that you learned from that channel? I guess did you answer that and I just missed it?
No, the one big, I guess the biggest thing I learned is that, like, if you're putting stuff out there that somebody else values, like, you're going to win every time.
That's true. That's very true. And that's kind of what we hope to be doing here.
Well, and I was going to say, I think with this new channel that you've pushed into, it's something that, like, one, I want to do, because, like, one, I lost my Anomalist login, and I can't reset it because I got a new phone number. So, like,
that's brutal.
That Instagram and everything's gone. You know what I mean? Just floating out there. But, like, I'm really debating on making an Instagram and a YouTube for myself and just doing, like, each, like, because I still do video and photography every now and then, you know what I mean? I'm just not as heavy in it, but, like, I feel like I still need a YouTube channel just for, you know, the videos I do, that so I can put it out there.
Well, like he was saying, just for, like, the same reason why he switched to, and just so everybody knows, we've got it pulled up if you're watching on YouTube, his new channel that he just started. It's brand new.
Subscribe.
Mike, or it's under Michael Hoppel. So we'll be referring to him as Mike all the way throughout the episode, just because we're tight and we shake dicks with each other. But yeah, on the YouTube machine, brand new channel. Go check it out. It's Michael Hoppel. And, like, to expand on what you were saying is, like, you almost need an outlet for, like, what he has here, like, just purely wild-minded creativity. Like,
you know, I mean, on just even looking on the page, you know, you got. Is that a shake review from the local shake place on the far right?
Yeah. Just the whole point of this channel, and it's worked out pretty well for me so far. You know, because it's really new. But, like, I would just go out without, like, I would not set any parameters for myself. I would just go out and be like, what are we going to make today? And I'll just go randomly make something.
Right.
Like, I literally walked into their business and I was like, let's make a video on your business. And they were, oh, that's cool. Let's do that.
Franklin Street Nutrition, correct?
No,
that's in Newburgh.
This is Newburgh Nutrition.
Oh, Newburgh
They just
Nutrition.
opened here recently.
Okay.
You know, it's like a new thing. There's shake places everywhere.
Dude, yeah, you can't. I got more shake places than you can shake a shake at, dude. It's ridiculous. There's 9 shake places on Franklin.
Well, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with yourself.
Yeah, you're playing with it.
And I'll stick my dick in some yogurt. I don't care. Just so we're clear, that's I would really actually do that.
Like calling for a yeast infection or something.
Well, I don't know that you get a yeast infection on your penis if you stick it in yogurt. But.
Anyways, there's a handful of different videos on here. You got one of, like, trying out the drone.
Yeah, like, so and so far, like, that's just what I'm doing. Like, I picked up, I swapped out drones, went out that day, and was just, you know, getting a feel for it. You know, you always want to go out somewhere in the open and
play with your new toy.
And
yeah, because it's a lot
space,
faster,
if you will.
And then I was just like, well, this looks like a good idea. You know, I'll just shoot what I think about it right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I just, you know, I keep everything in the trunk of my car, basically. I just busted it out and did it right there.
That's got to be the best way to do it. I didn't mean to cut you off, sorry.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's got to be the best way to do it, is to, like, keep all your shit on you all the time, because you never know when you're going to run into, like, you're going to be, like, backpacking on a trip.
Yeah, the other downside of that is you got $5,000 sitting in the back of your vehicle in the heat, cold, accessible. If somebody breaks in your whip, there's downsides to it.
I did take everything out, actually, the when, like, right as it started getting really hot.
Can that fuck your shit
Yeah,
up?
fry your batteries.
Yeah.
Fry your batteries. What else? Can it, like, fuck with the lens and stuff?
I mean, you could probably do some, as hot as it got. Like my gimbal is fried now, and and I think that was in the heat.
Yeah, my gimbal after
The
heat
gimbal is like the
doesn't wanna-
auto balancing thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I
fuck.
recently cooked that, and I think that's what it was. Because a lot of this real estate work that I do, I might do it like after work.
I forgot you were still doing that. You're shooting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're
we're gonna
honest.
show a little clip of the latest realty video he did.
But oh my
too.
god, yeah. So you're going out and you get bought or not bought. You get paid by like I don't
By
know.
the house.
But by the house, or well, I mean like, but these realting companies are the ones that contract you, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'm struggling to come up with a realty firm name. Tucker.
Yeah, like-
Tucker will just call you and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, we got 6 houses. Here's what we got. We want you over here. Boop
Yeah.
boop 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 boop. Whatever."
The way I've got a couple like partnerships, and so usually they'll send me a message or something, and be like, "Hey, we got a listing coming up," and I've got like a menu of things I can do, and so most of them know that by now, and they'll be like, "Oh, I want this, this, and this."
Oh, sick.
So I might go out and do like still photography of a property, and then I might do like I do these like 1 minute videos for Facebook that are just kind of like an overview,
okay,
like
kind
a
of
little-
like a fly through,
like
not like with a fly, but like
Yeah, like
walk through basically.
like a promo.
Okay.
Put the drone in the air, make everything look like real.
Oh, sick. So you
Real
actually
fluid.
do fly. You use the drone for some of these.
So then
Absolutely.
I was gonna say on
Gnarly.
the YouTube page, like you mentioned earlier, the most recent video, December 10th, storm story, is the one about the tornado that went through Kentucky.
Yeah,
If
that
you
was
could-
actually on the fly too. Because we had talked.
Yeah, about
Well,
doing it.
We talked like a
so.
year about doing a short film, and we like our schedules just like don't vibe very much. So we're just like, oh, let's do a short film, and it just kept rolling around, and it was something I really wanted to do, and so I just kept, oh man, like, what about this idea? And we were gonna do like we had come up with like Tommy had actually wrote.
Yeah, Brian's seen the short
Yeah,
story.
he's wrote out that short film. We were going to do that. We were like, well, we'll do some fiction, but by the time you get people to act in it and you set all that up, like you've got a lot of time in it.
I don't want to say that you have a prime candidate sitting right in front of you, sir, but
Yeah, you would be a good main actor for it.
I'm telling you, dude, I'm a pretty good
Are
actor.
we casting right now?
I think so.
I used to have a casting couch, but now I have a casting chair. So
I feel like 3 dudes in here with a casting couch would not go well for any of us.
yeah, I've been trying to get this one guy. I won't drop his name, but he's also a good-looking bald dude. I want to get him in here, but I'm worried that people are going to get nervous. You get 2 bald white dudes in a room,
Right.
people just start getting nervous.
People start throwing on the white cloths.
yeah, you got to be careful, dude. Like bed sheets come out, and you're like, "Fuck, dude,
Go ahead and pull up
this is not the message I'm trying to send."
pull up his Facebook real fast. I want to show this video of this.
What are we
most
looking at
recent
here?
House.
Okay, and this just for everybody, this is West Mile Media at West Mile Media on Facebook. So where am I going here? Videos? Where do you
try
go?
it.
Yeah, they're in videos.
Ah, here we go. Dude, I so very rarely ever
Look at
get.
this.
Is this the
check
one?
Check this piece out.
Does it have audio?
Yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sick.
It almost looks like a mock-up program, like a
Yeah, it looks like
digital
I'm
house.
playing Sims, dude. Hold on a second. We're in standard. Let's go high def on this bad boy, dude.
Bullhorn with Weikert Realtors, the Schultz Group. Welcome to 1888 Pebbled Beach Drive.
Shout out to Katie.
Victoria. Enjoy the tour.
Yeah, Wycart too. They're a partner of mine, so I work with them quite a bit.
Neat, dude. So a lot of low profile. You're flying pretty low here.
Yeah.
Okay. But very clean, very
I actually
I love
enjoy
this shot too.
I enjoy doing this a lot. It's a lot of fun.
this makes me think of like HGTV, like those twin brothers, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
like rubbing their beards together or something somewhere.
I thought this house was kind of crazy too because we shot this, and so I talked to her like 2 days later, right?
Katie?
Yeah. So this house was listed. This is how crazy things were about a month ago. This house listed at like 1.3 million. It's in Victoria. It sold for like 1.5 in 48 hours.
Sheesh.
And it was like, I told my wife, I was like, do you realize somebody paid like more than our house is worth over the asking price to get that house?
And to get it soon.
Yeah, to
and
get it
fast.
now.
Like now. Like I don't want to wait.
Like people were climbing over each other. What the fuck? To buy stuff.
Where's the bidet? That's what I want to know. If I'm paying 1.5 for a fucking house, I better have a goddamn bidet.
It actually has one.
Oh fuck, I missed it then.
It's coming up. You'll see it. It's in the master.
Oh, of course, it would be.
Because I was looking at it when I was in there and I was like,
Where
no.
else are you going to put it?
Yeah, I was like kind of trying to figure out the mechanics of it because I don't have like I don't have a lot of bidet experience. I was like, so
I'm
what's...
I'm just doing a science experiment.
Yeah, I was like, so what's up? Like, how's this go? See?
Oh, there it is,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's like a little cat bowl, dude.
Yeah. I was like, what's couth about this? Like, what?
Yeah, dude. Look at that fucking closet, dude. That's bigger than my house. Oh my god.
That's insane.
Yeah, for a minute there, I was like, I wonder if they weren't home,
These are
I might sample this.
these are beautiful shots though. Also, I don't know whose kids those are, but we don't support that.
Nice little off.
Wow, like a loft. Yeah, dude. Wow, shit.
It's beautiful.
That's like dude. This for sure is a doctor that has too much money.
But yeah, like, I mean, I saw this and I was just like, man, like this is a step above the cut here in town that you've seen lately, from other people.
Now, this is just you walking around with your Gimba, right? Gimbal?
Yeah,
Gimba?
yeah.
What's it called?
Gimbal.
So you're just kind of walking around with a gimbal right now.
Yeah, it gives you like a nice stable, smooth shot.
Yeah,
so.
and all these shots are really, really smooth. How hard is it? Like, I always see photographers and videographers like when they're holding one of those gimbals and they're like slowly walking. Like the best is when they're going backwards. It's like even though they have a gimbal, they're still like so cautious about how they walk.
Well, it's all in your stride too. You got to take.
Does that really matter?
Yeah, you got to take smooth, and you can't take like a
They're
full
not-
step.
they're not
you gotta
perfect.
You got to do like half steps to get it all smooth.
You know what always makes me mad though is you'll do that. Like you'll go. Yeah, I've worked with one for long enough now, and Tommy has too. Like you kind of got to pay attention to even how you're holding it. But then you'll get on like YouTube and Peter McKinnon's running through the woods with one,
Right.
and it looks like perfect cinematic footage, and you're like, man, forget that guy.
Dude, that guy has too much talent. Also, he probably has beautiful feet. That's intense, man. That's a really nice shot.
Right, it's something like you would, like you said, see on HGTV or something when they're showing off like a house that just got remodeled or whatever,
seriously.
and they're
And not to mention, that's
through it.
just an absolutely beautiful home. No, I was just making sure it doesn't replay on its own.
And you've done a lot of social media work here. I feel like in the last even 6 months with just
It's
like
really-
branding and everything.
It's really picked up, and I would really honestly, I'm going to attribute that just. I've got some really good people around me, like the people that I continue, my in and out clients, the people that I work for almost on a monthly basis, have been really cool about, recommending me to other people. So, I mean, it's really been word of mouth mostly.
And a call back to like 2 episodes ago, we had your brother's bookstore on that actually let you and I up on the roof.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
We just spoke about you like 3 weeks ago. We were talking.
That was really
about
cool. They were like, "Yeah, just climb on the roof. It's cool."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
The one brother's really dope.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam's super dope.
Did you guys get access to their like creepy little room they have in their building?
No, not
I've
yet.
not been there. I need to go.
They just posted a
Is it
photo
like
of
the
it
hidden
on
bookshelf
Instagram.
room? Is that what you're talking about?
They
It's
just
like
posted
in
a
the
photo
floor.
of it on it. Oh, you're
It's
talking
like
about the
Underground
basement.
Railroad
Yeah.
or whatever. I think they said it had something to do with Prohibition.
Sick.
Yeah, they got like a little dungeon under their building.
What?
It's on the Facebook, man. It's pretty cool.
That's where they keep all their hostages. I
Yeah.
guess. No, I'm just joking.
That's totally what it looks like to me.
YBB does not support hostage negotiation or hostage taking. He was super cool to talk to, by the way. If you've never had a chance to like legitimately just sit down, I highly suggest you go back and give him a listen.
He used to be an Arab linguist for the NSA.
Yeah, dude, with no prior experience. Like he didn't know Arabic at all, and then signed up for the Navy, Air Force.
Air Force. I
One of the
believe.
two, Navy or Air Force. And then they were like, yeah, you're not dumb. You're really smart. And they were like, we want you to be the linguist or whatever, the translator. So they sent him to school for 2 years or a year?
2 years, and then they sent him to Georgia.
So fluent in Arabic in 2 years' time. Fluent.
I feel like that's not an easy language to learn.
Fluent. Yeah, dude. It's one of the oldest languages.
Yeah, I feel like that's not an easy language to learn.
No.
It was definitely cool, and like I was just talking, even just like that was another on the fly, shooting day. Basically, is you called me up and like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, pick me up. Where are we going?
Yeah.
And we went out and shot. I feel like a few photographers are like that nowadays. Like you mentioned, like our schedules
Spur of the
don't
moment.
always line up, but like like when we're randomly going out and shooting, like I try to shoot Mike a text or he'll shoot me a text, just to having that other person
100%.
to tag along with is like a game
really,
changer.
Like I've been trying to do that more too. It's so hard, when you have a demanding schedule anyways. But
even just a wife and a kid or kids plural, and
'cause you got
a
three,
normal
dude.
job on top of that.
How are the youngins doing?
they're doing pretty good.
Doing
pretty good. Getting ready to be 12, 7, and 3.
Damn, dude, that's
So
insane.
time's flying. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're coming up on your 3-year ball snip, right? Or 2 year?
Yeah.
This is your
I'm
second year
coasting
anniversary.
in.
Yeah, dude, cruising in
I'm
on 2
coasting
years.
in.
Yeah, I think we had like a
This is
little.
the first vasectomy celebrated on the show.
Yeah, dude, you broke our vasectomy
And
virginity.
since then, we've shouted out 2 or 3, maybe. Well, we've shouted out at least 2 more, and one we found out after the show, and we were just very disappointed. We didn't shout out.
well, it was upsetting. But they might come back. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then we'll shout their dick out as well. But yeah, dude, honestly, man, getting your nuts snipped, that's dope. That's dope, man. So 2 years coming up on that. That's exciting.
So, what's new for you? Like, what's next? To improve your.
I'm kind of just
grinding
waiting.
process.
I'm kind of just waiting around for that next thing, like I was saying earlier, exactly like what we've done in the past. It always ends up producing the best results. But shooting that film, I knew some people in Hopkins County, and I had talked about it a few times and had brought it up. I brought it up with you, and then I talked to Josh about it. Josh Connor, he's my kind of like silent partner.
Does he do shooting?
No, he does. Well, yeah, I guess he does. Just
Josh
get a
does.
camera.
He does do some shooting. He's learning. Let's put it that way. But
Okay. Novice.
he's like expert level website builder, coding.
Oh, really? Okay.
He
Crypto
can learn any
nerd.
software
Yeah.
crazy fast.
Oh, we had Robert Compton on. He taught me a lot about crypto.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that world.
So
And it's-
Josh jumps in and handles a lot of like tech stuff for me when I get overloaded.
that's dope.
And so I told him about it. I was like, it's been long enough since this tornado happened. And like, I've got family in Hopkins County, and I knew some people in Hopkins County, and even some people down further in like the Dawson Spring area and stuff. And I was like, I feel like it's been long enough, and like people are rebuilding. Like maybe we should just go down there and like get people's stories. Like I just want to go like hear what people have to say, like from the mouth of babes, if you will.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's do it. So like within like a week, we were like, all right, we're going to go Monday and just like stay 2 days or whatever and just drive the whole, like the idea was we're just going to drive the whole damage path and just basically like freelance, just get out of the car when we see people and be like, hey, like, can we talk to you, or just drive up to properties? So it kind of started out a little sketchy, but people were like super nice.
You get any homeless folks involved?
No.
I'd like to hear a homeless dude's take on like, yeah, there I was under the bridge
Dude, that would be,
shooting dice, and then boom.
Right, shooting up.
I will tell you this, if you watch the film, you can see I did a lot. I tried to really put a lot of drone footage in there. So like you could get
A feel for the.
you get a feel for how big.
It was fucking huge.
It was massive.
What was it? F4.
It was an F4.
F4.
The part that bothered me about it the most, that like you kind of like have to see, you can talk about it all you want. But when we got all the way down to the little town starts with an M.
It's not Martin. It's like
No.
not Madisonville either.
It's not Murray, is it?
No, it's close to Murray. But the little town that got hit the hardest,
McLean? No, that's Illinois.
it's gonna bother me. That
It's
I can't
okay.
remember that.
It's okay.
So we get to that little town, and that's our last stop of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally worked like 18 hours Monday.
How many days of a trip was this? 3?
Two.
2-day trip?
I spent 2 days on the road.
I don't want to derail your story, but onward, keep
So we
going.
get to this little town, and like you realize that this town, like let's say like the main like center, the downtown, if you will,
like the strip, like the
Yeah.
old downtown strip, or
is
whatever.
like a 1.5 miles by 1.5 mile square.
Like Mount
right?
Vernon.
Okay, 3 square
really,
miles.
Really similar to Mount Vernon.
One stoplight, probably 2 stoplights, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's bigger than that, but keep in mind, like Mount Vernon's Mount Vernon, Indiana. So this town's
Pretty close
about
to that.
pretty close.
Okay.
The entire
tracking.
center, flat. Like it's a mile wide. Took out the entire center of the town. So it was like to stand in that and be like, and to imagine something that had
Right.
So
that
much
kind
force.
of power. Because you're not talking like stick built, like houses.
brick and mortar.
You're talking like the courthouse was gone. Like,
Brick and mortar.
Yes, like
shit that's been standing for hundreds
steel
of years.
girders.
Yeah.
Like gone. Like it ripped. I don't know if you saw the pictures. It ripped a water tower out of the ground.
God damn, dude.
So it was like that was one of those things. Like I'm really glad I did it, just to see like the scope of that. Like you're like, man, this is not a. It's not a joke.
It's like standing in the middle of like a basin where a bomb went off or something.
Yeah, it was. It really did feel it looks like pictures that my sister had from like Cabal. Like that's what it looked like.
Mike, can I be honest with you? Yeah. Speaking of jokes, literally the week before that tornado, I was talking to Thomas on the show, and I forget who the guest was, but we were like, it was the part in the beginning of the show where we had just opened, and it's just Thomas and I talking. And I was like, what's up, Thomas? What you been up to? And he was like, just riding around on my pogo stick or whatever. And then he was like, what's been up with you? And I was like, watching a lot of tornado videos and, Donald Trump highlights or whatever. And then I was like, what did I say? I was like,
I wish we had more tornadoes.
I was like, I kind of wish one would come through that working week.
Oh, wow.
That working week, because we record on Sundays and drop on Tuesdays, like that working week, it tore through
it was
Hopkinsville area.
Tore through is a good explanation.
I don't think there's a good way to put it.
Well, then even you showed a video on air one time.
I forgot I had notes on this. It was Mayfield, Kentucky.
Mayfield.
You came prepared with notes.
Yeah, so we went through
Dang.
Arlington, Dawson Springs, Princeton, Grand Rivers, Benton, and Mayfield.
Wow.
Are the towns that we covered basically, and Madisonville, but Madisonville really didn't.
Madisonville is the one that I was thinking of. Sorry.
Madisonville really didn't get any damage. Just like to the south, west of them is a little town called Arlington, and that's really where like the major damage started.
Yeah.
Well, actually ended because it was going east.
Right.
Oh, okay. Do you have any stills by any chance anywhere of like some of the stuff you shot that day or those 2 days?
I don't think I put anything up because
it's all in that video.
It's all in the film.
And where can they find that video from, or the short film?
It's on my YouTube channel.
Okay,
it's the newest.
Hoppel.
It's the newest video. It's the last one I put out 4 weeks ago.
And again, guys, that's his brand new channel. Just go to YouTube and search Michael Hoppel, Hoppel. If you're listening to this, you saw the
roll
title.
Into the show and tell. Do we need to pull up anything on the computer?
Oh, dang, dude. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and roll into this week's show and tell.
Monkey.
Brought to you by Mr. Mike Hoppel. Sir, what do you got for us this week?
Well, when Tommy told me that, I'll show you my 2 favorite things. They're with me every day. So
I like that. I like a daily carry.
So it's
right.
You should appreciate this military background.
100%.
Like I get so many comments on this is my wallet.
You got to bring it up here though. There you go. Oh, that is sick, dude.
So like I stopped carrying. My wife actually got these. These are both wife gifts too.
Okay.
So this was a Christmas gift that I said I was kind of tired of like carrying a traditional wallet.
Yeah.
I kind of like haggardly stamped my initials into it at work. But yeah, so the Travax wallet, I get a lot of like people are like, oh, what is that? And it's dope for me because like this, see this end right here?
Yeah, a little tab.
It's a little screwdriver. So that's how it's perfect for putting the bases on my camera and stuff. Oh. So I always have a tool to tighten that stuff up with.
Sick.
And then, it's got a little money clip on it with I'm rocking my dollar here.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's been nice because I don't like carry around needless crap.
Yeah, right. That happens in a wallet.
Yeah, you know how your trifold it just grows and grows, and then you got this big ass lump.
Yeah,
like, after
I think it messes up your back.
I think I have ass cancer from my giant wallet. I roll bifold only though.
See, my girl hates it because I don't.
What's this guy?
So Thomas should be. You haven't seen this yet.
I haven't.
So I got this for Christmas this year.
A new wedding band?
Yeah, but it's got a wooden band around it.
Oh, bring it in close so they can get a good look at it.
So this wedding band. So my wife orders this for Christmas because I had kind of griped about like not feeling like I had like a wedding band that I really liked.
Yeah.
So this has got, if you can see it, it's got wood inlaid into the ceramic band.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
It's from the Appalachian Mountains.
That's
the wood itself is?
Yeah. So it's made by the Appalachian Ring Company.
And if you call back to the first episode with Mike, and his dad used to take him to the Appalachian trails and hike it all the time. And it's like Mike
so
goes and hikes it.
I'm packing a little piece of Appalachia around me every day.
You got the little AT on you at all
so
times.
That's my 2 favorite items. It's always with me every day.
Dang, dude.
That's
And those are good show and tells. I like that.
I was going to say, a lot of people, they ride in their car with their wallets in their back pocket, and they don't realize it's terrible for your back and terrible for just everything. But like Lexi hates it because I don't carry a wallet. Like I don't, dude. And I go into places, and if they don't have Apple Pay, I leave. Because like that's the only way I got to pay.
That's
but
the most millennial thing I've
ever
heard.
Right. And then she's like, I get mad about it, and I'm like, they don't have fucking Apple Pay. And she's like, look, that's your own fault for not carrying a card. I'm like, it's fucking Walmart. Like Walmart of all places should accept Apple Pay.
Yeah, I think Walmart invented Apple Pay.
They got like Walmart Pay now. They don't take it.
I feel like just telling me that you don't
even carry my driver's license. I have a picture of it.
If you leave, if they don't have Apple Pay,
hold on a second.
Also tells me that you wax your balls.
What he does, first off. Secondly, what is Walmart Pay? Do you just do they accept wife beaters as payment or what?
I think it's
Crocs and wife beaters.
No, you pay in the pressurized canned cheese.
Yeah, by the ounce.
Yeah,
1 ounce will get you another can of cheese.
That's gonna be 2 OZs, man.
I'm gonna need you to hit those 2 OZs, bro.
I think it's based on like a gift card thing to where you got to constantly buy you got to load money into their app in order.
Do you feel like they're a monopoly now?
Dude,
they're a monopoly.
Also, speaking of Walmart, and correct me if I'm wrong, which I've been told nothing but recently that I'm wrong. I was talking to a buddy of mine about Duck Dynasty, which I used to be a big fan of Duck Dynasty back when they were still relevant. I don't keep up with them anymore though. But is one of the guys from that show? Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Is one of the guys not married to a Walton? Is one of those women not a Walton from Walmart? Or is there some Walmart affiliation other than their, obviously, all their merchandise being sold there? Because A, it makes sense.
I feel like that's something that needs to be looked into.
I thought one of them was a Walton, though. I've done my research. Nothing pops up, though. There's no Walton correlation to Duck Dynasty short of their merchandise being sold heavily at Walmart.
Yeah,
a lot of people do make those when they first get popping, they make those contracts, and it gives them an exclusive or an only to. And I feel like Walmart did pretty decent on picking up on some of those things. I'm pretty good for right now.
Are you good, sir?
I can't tell these.
Oh yeah, the coaster will get you, dude. The weight.
I've got the same coaster, and we'll go to I take it to the beach every year, and I'll be like, I don't know, is there beer in here? It's it's because it throws your.
Let me freshen you up.
Throws you off.
It throws you off.
Equilibrium, I bet.
Let me freshen you up.
So, Mike, you've done a decent amount of biking here lately. I've been trying to tell Brian he needs to get a seat for his bike with the prostate hole or whatever in it.
For your pooper.
Is it the prostate or is it the gooch hole?
I don't know, but he did 17 miles, and he's like, dude, my asshole is hurts.
You need to switch to the see. We do the mountain biking, so.
Oh, but I got to do the road bike for the race though. We're doing the triathlon. Have we talked about that?
Yeah.
Were we doing it when you came in the first time?
No.
Oh, and I got married since the last time you came in. I'm married now. Oh. So sorry, dude. No more tuggies. I'm a taken man.
I was looking forward to the happy end after this show.
Yeah. All future guests, just know
God
free
bless
hand
him.
jobs are coming from Thomas from now on. Complimentary hand jobs of the Days Grimm.
He is good with his hands.
He does have smooth hands, except for that Band-Aid, which I don't know what you
It's
did
off
to your.
now.
Yeah, dude. Getting a hand job from Thomas would be like getting a hand job from Edward
Or
Scissorhands.
like a coal miner. I just luckily, Sundays off work for the summer.
A lot has changed since you've been in last, man. I'm pumped.
I feel like it's been a year.
It almost
just
exactly. Almost exactly, because you were episode 22 the first go around, and we're on 80-ish. So it's almost been
Trucking
exactly.
along.
It's almost exactly 50 some odd episodes.
You guys are getting really close to triple dig.
Yeah, dude. That's the goal, bruh. That's the goal. We hit triple.
Are you OG at that point? You're OG at that point.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't
If
know.
you're hitting 3 digits, it's I've been there.
I
dude.
think once you hit 4 digits, that's where it's really
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
I was going to ask you guys because
You're like a wizard. at
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
man.
You're like a podcast wizard.
I was going to ask you guys on that subject. I recently read David Goggins' book. Have you read
Can't
that
Hurt
yet?
Me?
Don't Can't Hurt Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Oh man,
That's the one I'd
that will
listen to
make
it
you
too.
want to do a triathlon.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Brian. I was like, "Yo, you got to log into the Audible." You know, I was like, "I have this book,"
man.
and like every time Brian took Glenn's method and was doing like leg day and like just squats and deadlifts every
3
day.
months, or was it 4 months straight? 3
Yeah,
or
but
4
the
months
The
straight.
Glen Reaper, man.
Dude, literally fucking 3 months straight of just legs and only legs. Dude, my squat got up to like, in a matter of 3 months, I was like repping 220, like pretty confidently, like going for reps. Dude, I would get up to like 315 for reps. Like I'm talking like put 315 on the bar, and then I would just like hammer out 3 sets of 315 for reps.
And you're how old are you?
32, and I'm 5'8", 5'9", and 180.
So at like 36 years old, Glenn got my squat up to like 500,
Yeah,
and he did it in like 6 months.
I believe it. So you've worked with him a little bit.
Glenn was my trainer, yeah, when I bodybuilt
Damn, that's crazy,
for
dude.
like 2 years.
We've never even talked about you being a bodybuilder, have
Yeah.
we? I didn't know
I'm
that.
not sure if we touched on it. but-
That's how Tommy and I really started shooting a lot during that period. Like my first experiences with YouTube was me and Tommy like making stupid fitness videos in Bob's gym.
Damn, bro.
I was sitting there on the leg push machine on the back while somebody was doing leg pushes, like going back and forth up
Oh
and
yeah,
down on the
the
machine.
leg sled,
He
dude.
was like, and then they're like, "Oh, you want 150 pounds?"
I'm pretty
With the
sure-
Tommy on the back.
I'm pretty sure we trended that because that was a long time ago, and now
Yeah.
people are doing it on their IG like they're tough.
Yeah, dude, they're like, yeah, bro. Let me get the skinniest little Asian girl I can find.
Put 3 of them up there. That's 300 pounds
You
plus
fucking
100.
pussy.
Tommy also had on yoga pants when he did that too. So I mean, I feel like he set the bar for that.
A bar on Franklin Street might have kicked me out around that time for wearing sweatpants.
Also,
So I had to make a statement because the girls wear yoga pants in bars everywhere, but you
Hey, you
can't.
can't stand
You
for
can't
it.
wear a pair of Nike sweatpants.
yeah, they can see your dong, dude.
So they're gonna see it when I wear fucking yoga pants in that bitch.
Have you done the yoga pants experiment yet?
No, they haven't. I haven't tried taking it in there.
That's your next video shoot. Can you shoot inside of a bar? Is that legal?
yeah.
Oh
why
yeah.
not?
Yeah. Then that's your next shoot. Boom, right there. There's your subject. Because he's got a nice schlong on him.
So we were talking.
Like I was just like, all right, other than my penis, anything other than that.
So, what new equipment do you see coming out that you think you might be interested in? Because I know you're big. You stay
Man,
up to
I'm
date on
definitely
all that.
I'm definitely gonna jump on that. It's not like a new thing, but that DJI Ronin RSC.
Dude,
You know,
the
it's-
Ronin is sick.
That's probably
you
that's
talked
my
about
next
one
move.
forever. Yeah.
Well, so they have 2 different types of Ronins. They have the Ronin that's on a stick, and then they have the Ronin that has 2 handles.
Like the cinema Ronin.
Yeah.
Most people don't know too. Like, and I always get a kick out. I mean, I'm a gear nerd anyways, but most people don't know like there's a whole other side to DJI. Like if you saw like some of the commercial Ronins, like they're the size of your desk.
Oh yeah.
Like stuff they can mount on cars.
Dude, they got Ronins that they mount on drones that are
Ronin-
like the size of your desk.
Ronin did a project with the guys that just put that 1917 film out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, most likely.
The one shot, one take movie. Do you know what I'm talking about? 1917. It's a movie about World War I, and the whole.
yeah.
It's a one shot, one take.
It's not one shot, one take. It's filmed that way.
Yeah, it's filmed that way. They shot it in like a month. But they literally filmed this movie in a month. And it was just like they expedited everything just by doing like 20-minute rolls, like 10-minute rolls of just straight. I want to say Ronin had a hand in some gear with that because I watched
guarantee you.
before the movie dropped. There was a huge promo push on YouTube, on YouTube is where I saw it because people were.
They were like, how it's made.
Well, like it's not a very exciting story. Like really, when I thought it was dope because I'm a war nerd, but like I think they were concerned with how well it was going to do in the box office. But then so they were doing this huge promo push on YouTube, and there were like a bunch of like behind the scenes, like this is how it was shot. And I think I recall Ronin's name popping up in there somewhere. But yeah, it was like something the size of a fucking desk.
Oh man, they're massive.
It was like driving a fucking
But
motorcycle.
it is kind of crazy now that like post COVID, mid COVID, whatever you want to call it. Just like how everything's transitioned to where you have people that want to work that job hop, people that still have the same jobs, people that just don't want to work, or you have people that like just want to work for themselves. And I feel like COVID pushed that little.
I think a
push
lot
just
of people.
little bit more.
I think a lot of people, went to work for themselves and then they just never went back. Because we were talking about that the other day. You know, like there's a labor shortage. You know, I still work in heavy manufacturing, and
right.
Like,
Still burning 1,500 calories a day.
Yeah, like there's no body. It's like a snap of a finger. COVID's done, and there's no manpower.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a real thing. I work in production as well. I work in quality, but right alongside production, man, and like it is slim pickings out there.
Do you work at the?
I prefer not to say the name of the organization I work for, just because.
We should probably all abstain from that.
No, you're fine. I will say that we make glue for OEM manufacturers, so like Ford, Audi, Tesla, shit like that. And we do a lot of proprietary stuff too, like we're doing like paint stuff as well, but like we're moving into like ECU or like like the electric motor vehicles, EMC or whatever the hell they're calling it. But we're working on stuff like that too. But yeah, so I see that as well, like working hand in hand with production, where like a guy comes in, a guy doesn't work out, a guy walks out the door, another guy walks in, doesn't work out, another guy walks out the door. It's like a guy walks in, guy walks out, guy walks in, guy walks out. It's like they get hired, they leave. It's like
it's nuts.
It's this job hopping phenomena that I've never seen this before. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Because we pay good money, dude. It's like, what are y'all doing? And they're just like finding better jobs or don't want to do the work.
We were talking about like I'll just use a major manufacturer, and I used to work for them too, so I can talk about them all I want.
Yeah, fuck.
TMMI, like TMMI, like they can't. Like TMMI was like a place, like you're like, oh man, I worked at Toyota for almost 10 years, and like people were like, oh man, you work at Toyota, like
and if you're listening or watching abroad, TMMI, TMMK, these are abbreviations or acronyms for
the individual
Toyota
factors.
plants. One in Princeton, Indiana, and one in I forget the name of the town, Kentucky, Georgetown, Kentucky. So just to elaborate on that, we do have downloads everywhere. So just a quick side note,
but they're like constantly now. They're like, oh, we'll give you a sign-on bonus like that. And you were like, when I got on there, like you almost had to knock the door down to get a job there. Like it was not easy to get on.
You had to like tug a dude off.
Yeah, like you had to know somebody.
Yeah, for sure. And then tug that dude
Well, they
off.
get people that get caught for fucking in their cars all the time at Toyota and stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's a dicey joint, man. I've heard some wild stories from there, dude.
But I was going
to...
There was something...
I'm not going to elaborate, but... They're probably mostly true. For my many years there, they are probably mostly true.
How many years did you spend there?
You said about 10.
Yeah, about 10. I think I started...
The money's good. It's easy to get stuck there.
Yeah. I moved... I only actually worked in production there for like 18 months.
And then what'd you do after that?
They found out that I had some skills, so they moved me into a segment of called engineering support services. Oh, okay. It's basically a fancy way of saying tool and die.
Oh, okay.
So I just worked on machines most of the time.
Helping keep shit running, helping implement new projects.
And then we did a lot of CAD.
AutoCAD and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like production investigation.
Yeah. So
quality control.
Okay. I work with a lot of that.
I did that for like 7 years.
Damn, that's what's up. You are a smart cat.
How
did we even get to that point? I don't even remember.
Well, we just got distracted.
COVID. We were talking about COVID. Yeah, fuck COVID. COVID's not real.
I was going to say...
birds aren't real.
What are your goals for the
moving forward? What's
next
happening?
6 months with
just the end of 2022. What do you got? Well, yeah, that's 6 months. So yeah, what do you got end of 2022? What do you have done?
So as if I didn't have enough going on. We kind of just decided, my wife and I, about a couple weeks ago, because we're well into like kind of getting things ready. We're gonna sell our house and we're gonna try to build a new house out in Newburgh. And so we've got all that going on right now. And creatively, like I'm just kind of exploring like the short film stuff and I'm going to be like, I've kind of taken a little break after the short film because I really ran hard on that for a while. And then, so I'm going to start trying to put out probably like weekly content that is just like from the gut. Like I said, I'm not going to like, reverse search anything or, try to pull people in. I'm just going to kind of sit down and do what I feel like brings value out and like try to be creative, because if there's one thing, like that's how we got on the COVID stuff. If there's one thing that COVID did for guys like us is there's been like, if you're really paying attention, there's been so much development in that field in the last 2 years that like you can shoot, and I'm not going to like, I would have never thought I could have shot a caliber of short film like what that is, what it turned out to be. Mm-hmm. But the technology is so far, man, that anybody with, that can afford
even an iPhone.
Yeah, with an
Holy shit,
iPhone,
yeah.
you can get it out. You can get some really cool stuff out into the world.
If you know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
The iPhone is much more complex than people give it credit for.
I was even talking about I got booked to film a wedding, and I only have my one camera. But I was like, instead of buying another camera, like I could just get a gimbal for my iPhone.
Oh yeah,
and set it up in the back.
Most people don't even realize that you can change the aperture on your iPhone and all that stuff, but it's there.
Right. Yeah. It's all in your settings.
It's a very technical piece of equipment. Like it's a phenomenon to me that this technology is even like capable of being in my pocket. It blows my mind. I'm fascinated with it. And honestly, for everybody that's watching, like we shoot on iPhone. And I'll tell you what, I don't complain about the video quality. I've not gotten a complaint about the video quality. I mean, you're editing it. You don't have an issue with the video quality. Like honestly, if you're side note,
we don't film it in 4K, even though we could.
Yeah, you could. Side note, if you have the capability or like if you want to start a podcast or something, some kind of video project or a YouTube page or whatever, like you can have this quality and it's in your fucking pocket. Android, iPhone, whatever, it's already there. iPhone's probably more preferable, but just for the creator, they're creator friendly. Apple is just very creator friendly. But Android's getting there. Samsung's pretty much there, but just pull your phone out and set it on a tripod and do what you got to do, man, because it works, man. It works well.
That's another goal too that we haven't really talked about, but I made the switch. I made the switch to the PC last year, and I think I'm already. I'm ready to jump back off that train.
You fucked up. Also, just real quick, I don't want to interrupt anybody's.
God bless you.
Conversation.
But yeah, the fluidity of an Apple product, even now that I have my mega PC built, it kind of hurts, sometimes to like, it's so smooth to be able to just like Brian and I were working on a document together and we were able to just share through shared notes. I already had the rough outline. I call Brian and he's making changes and I can see it live as it's happening in the notes section. Just stuff like that's a game changer.
And not only that, most people don't realize how proprietary Apple is. Like, and now now they truly are because they have their own chips now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
looked? M3. That's what this is.
Have you looked at the benchmark for that? It is insane.
What do you mean the benchmark?
The benchmark, like.
How it stacks up.
They speed tested it against like the Intel i9 and like it's
the fastest one out there right now.
Yeah, it's like faster. Hammering everything. Like in usual Apple fashion, like I feel like they've kind of like dropped their nuts on everybody. Like,
that's hard.
Yeah.
And
they got a lot of issues with people using Adobe products. Is honestly what I think it boiled down to was because like people like Mike and I that are editing videos, you used to throw a video in a Mac product.
Oh yeah,
lock an Apple product, and it would be choppy. It would be just a headache to edit, and that's why a lot of people they lost a good chunk of people to PCs because you can pack them with this processing power. Like my PC now. What used to take me 2.5 hours to export takes me 16 minutes.
And that goes back to like how fast some of this equipment runs. Like we went from, I wish I could remember what my D7100 would shoot video wise, but it was nothing. I mean, it was like 1080p, maybe 720.
Like on the cusp of high definition.
Like my Sony camera shoots in, it has the capability to do 10-bit 4K. The drone that I just picked up will do like it's actually shooting in downsampled 5K, and it will do that in 60 frames a second if you want it to. So like
that's intense.
Yeah, when you're not even hitting like what a Red camera's now 8K, up to 240 frames. So you're talking like terabyte video files. So like when technology is moving that fast,
it's insane.
The computers weren't keeping up. Basically, is what it boiled down to.
Do you watch the slow-mo guys?
Oh yeah,
I watch some of their stuff. Have you seen them, Thomas?
Yeah. Those are massive video files.
They are just optic nerds, right? They're just all about optics and like how technology is advancing. And like, dude, I watch their shit and I'm just like, every week it's like they go a little more intense, and it literally is like by the day. Like tech cannot keep up with how
you could probably upgrade every day.
Oh yeah, the optics are just constantly getting tighter, better, faster, smoother, cleaner, crisper.
their stuff is addicting to watch too.
I know. I've seen like
you can rabbit hole that stuff quick.
Yeah, dude, that was the first time I saw a photon, and I was like, God damn, this is a trip.
Yeah.
No, but all that aside, so your goal for end of 2022 is to be moving on this house, to get this house rolling, right? So are you going to move out
and continue polishing
your
what
craft?
he's putting out?
Yeah, we're probably gonna sell in August. So I'm hoping to be like.
Are you doing like temp housing while you build, I guess, or
we're gonna try to shack up in an apartment or something,
rent something for a year while you're building?
Actually, they told us like 5 to 6 months. So that's not bad.
What for? Like, is it gonna be huge? Like 4,000 square foot? Or something?
No, I like 2,100.
That's pretty big still.
Yeah,
this is 2,000, so it's that.
But I was able to.
Big.
I was able to kind of like slide myself like a little kind of office area in the plans.
Oh shit!
Probably about the size of like the studio here, and so
this is a good workspace though.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that I get permission from the spouse to like, maybe like have to like own a piece in there a little bit,
Right.
Because the wives, man, they gotta have the
final say.
they gotta have the accoutrement
Yeah.
of their choosing in the house or whatever. It's gotta be
100%.
so, and it's probably gonna get worse with a new house.
Just build an extra garage.
Yeah.
Just build a detached garage. Hey, that's Daddy's right there. That's Daddy's garage. And you just do whatever
Maybe I
you
should
want.
just like man shed in the backyard.
That's what I'm saying. Women are doing these she sheds now. Get a heat shed.
My uncle did a he shed with he added like portable AC, and it's got like Wi-Fi and like all his like RC cars and
He's
like
got his
all
own
this
proprietary Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I feel like that's more like a jerk shack, but
Like after golf,
Yeah.
all him and his buddies come over and they just fucking get a cracker, put it in the room, and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
So we've already covered a dark moment with you, but as we
dude.
wrap up,
what
shout out your socials.
Dude, his English is
know,
getting
it's terrible.
worse by the week.
But
shout out your socials.
Yeah.
when my shoes.
What do you got, dude? Where can people find you? Where can people? What do you want to push, man?
It's pretty much universally just West Mile Media, or you can always find me at westmilemedia.com. And all my social links are on the website. I'm actually getting ready to do some upgrades to the website with adding on some of the stuff that goes along with this channel, so that it's readily available.
A little bit of rebranding all around.
Yep.
Sick, dude. Sick.
And then last minute shout outs. Who's helped you the last year since we've had you on?
The last 52 weeks.
Going.
Who's helped you along the way the last year?
Probably Josh. Josh has been a big help.
Yeah, you mentioned him, the man behind the mirror, the man behind
behind
And you
code.
can find him.
Yeah.
You can actually find him online. Virtual Profit Life.
Virtual Profit
So
Life.
that's his crypto site he's working on right now. So
shit.
yeah.
Josh, big shoots to you. Thanks for helping our mans out, dude. And I'd like to get Josh in here.
Yeah,
I
we
think.
can get him in here. He's got a good story to tell too.
Let's talk to Josh someday. You think we can make that happen?
Oh yeah.
He'd be into this. He's like a podcast. He's cool with it.
He's a good guy. He'll take you down the conspiracy rabbit hole.
I like that. I like that.
He's a good rabbit hole guy.
I like a good conspiracy.
Yeah, he's cool. I've met him. I've got his number. We'll get him.
Dude, hey, I'll tell you what. It's always a pleasure, dude. I'm so glad you stopped in.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm pumped about it, dude. I'm pumped to see you're doing so well. You're making all the right moves. You're dialing your craft. I'm pumped about it. I can't wait to see
videos
how
are
this
killing
page takes off. Yeah, just keep
Next year when I come, I expect there to be the casting couch.
casting couch. Yeah,
Yeah.
and a hole in the drywall just for you.
Hopefully, yeah.
a gory hole. If you will.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, just thank you so much for your time, Mike. This has been another thrilling episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm. Thanks again, Mike.
This has been Mike
Killing
Hoppel.
Thanks,
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen, thanks, sir. I appreciate you. It's so much easier when you already know the person. Oh yeah, I can see that. That's clean. Yeah, dude. Sea turtles doing it. I'm serious. Dude, I was watching them get it on. It was intense, bro. You ever watch sea turtles do it? He hooks his tail into her tooth.
Hey guys, if you liked what you heard today, there will be a new episode next Tuesday, as well as every Tuesday at 6 a.m. So hit that subscribe button and let your phone do all the work for you.
Because they're fucking in the water like a couple of savages. Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. So what do you think now that with all